Hello folks, this is going to be a short video talking about, hold on, let me get to it, talking about this car right here and the salesman that I spoke to about it today. I try to remain positive on this channel, but from now on, from time to time, there's I do put out some negative videos. I realize that, I won't deny it, but I try to stay away from that. Sometimes it can't be avoided. But there's an equilibrium in the universe. And so for good, there's bad. And for negative, there's positive. This is positive right here. This car I found on Facebook. Hold on, let me get to the information page. Let's go back here. Okay, here we go. All right, looks like I cut off some of it, so you're not going to see everything. But this is a 84 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz 4000. And this dealership is located in Florida. Let me see. Okay, you can see the miles, about 94,000. Okay, white, red inside, and it has the VIN. I was really surprised that this seller provided the VIN. For some odd, strange reason, a lot of sellers do not provide the VIN. Okay, I won't. Okay, I said I'm going to remain positive, so I'll stay away from that. Okay, but yeah, I mean that was a good thing. He provided the VIN. Let me see. Okay, clean title, cash deal, runs great, great car for a collector. All right. So before I get started, let's look through the pictures. It's only a few, so it won't take long. But whenever I'm looking at a car that I think I might possibly purchase, I like to imagine what I would do to it. So in keeping with that, what I would do with this car is these bumper panels look like they're kind of loose, maybe even starting to crack. I can't tell for sure. Look like they might need to be replaced, so I would start with that. These things are pretty cheap on eBay, so I would replace these. All right. I don't know what it is, but someone tell me. Maybe it's just my eyes. I have old eyes. They don't work as well as they used to. But is it my eyes, or do most of the Eldorados that I look at online, is the trunk right here? It looks like it's kind of open, or it's not even with the rest of the car. Is that me, or is that what's actually going on? Someone let me know. All right, so getting back to it, looks like this might be peeling or starting to come off around the window, so I would get that replaced. Let's see. Come on, I know you're going to advance. Okay, I'm in the wrong place. Okay, here we go. These rims are okay and the tires are okay, but not on this car. I would put some spokes on here and either just some regular white walls or some Vogues. Let me see, what else would I do here? Nothing to see there. Let's keep it moving. Alrighty. To be honest though, those panels don't look that bad, so maybe they would not have to be replaced. I don't know. Let me see. Seats are in good condition for a 93,000 mile car. Wow. Man, that's exceptional. All right, that's it. Let's get back to something nice to look at while I run my mouth. Okay, folks, here's the deal. I called a dealer this morning. maybe an hour or so later, he didn't answer. So maybe an hour later, hold on, take two. I called the dealer. He did not answer. So maybe an hour or two later, he called me back, and I asked him about the car. He told me that they had it on the lot for a couple of weeks. Um, he said that it had minimal rust, and he told me that there was a problem with the dash lights, and he specified the fuel light on the dash and the odometer light on the dash. He said that they took it to their mechanic. They looked at it and they couldn't figure it out or something like that. So they didn't get it fixed. Now, from experience, I have an 81 Seville. So from my own experience, I know that that's a big problem. And I did some research on this car, on the Eldorado today, and found out that it's a common problem. Maybe in Cadillacs from that era, I'm not sure, but specifically in the Eldorado during that time, from that time. And I was going to buy this car. I know it's really a low price for this car, but if it had a few problems, and I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, I said I don't really have the time to put into a project car, and I still stick by that. I guess I should specify I don't have time for a long-term project car, but if I get a car in good condition and it needs a few, minor fix-ups and repairs here and there, that's fine. That should be expected from most cars from 40 years ago. So I'm thinking, okay, it's kind of cheap, but maybe somebody just want to get rid of it, and so they selling it for that cheap price. But after talking to the dealer or the seller, I realized why it's going for so cheap. Not a knock against the seller, okay? This is positive, folks. We keeping it positive. And so after looking, doing the research and finding out this is a common problem for this car, I decided not to buy it. But I was on the verge. I was gonna research the car this weekend, and after researching, if everything looked good, I was gonna spend the money and get a Carfax done, a Carfax report on it. But it didn't get that far, so I'm not gonna make the trip to Florida and get this car. And I do hate passing up on it, but this is the good part, folks. In case you missed it, this dealer did not have to tell me about the fuel. I'm sorry, he did not have to tell me about the dash lights. I'm thankful that he did, because it saved me a trip, some money, and a lot of heartache. Making this, I think, a 4 or 5 hour trip to Florida. So I thank him for that, and that renews my hope and faith, and that renews my faith in the deal, in the sellers. All right. So just wanted to share that with everyone. Everything is not doom and gloom. Sometimes it may seem like that's what I'm pushing, but it really is not. I'm just trying to share my experiences, good or bad, positive or negative, with anyone who happens to watch this channel. So it's turned out good. But if anyone out there have the mechanical skills and you're looking for something you could work on, a project car, this might be for you. Let me see. What else did he say? Okay, well, yeah, I think let me see. What did he say? Okay, it might have been some other minor things, but I think the biggest thing was the electrical work. I don't know what it would cost to repair it, but I'm sure that electrical work is not going to be cheap, because you got to go in there and do all this troubleshooting and probably pulling the wires and all this crazy stuff. So, yeah, if you got the skills and you're interested, it's down in Florida. If you're looking for it and you can't find it online, hey, hit me up and I'll direct you to it. I'll give you the seller's phone number if you want that. All right, but that's it, folks. Think good thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye.